Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Mekyia obi biara, baabi a wohwɛ yɛ fi. Mekyia mo nyinaa. Nea mo share your videos, mo comment, mo bɔ yɛ aba so, nea mo support yɛn. There are a whole lot of people who are giving us support. We appreciate you a lot. We will call your names one day. You are really, really our pillars. You are everything for us. We also have other people who think we are troublesome, like we are creating problems. But anyway, they are still here. They are watching us. We are greeting all of you as well. Thank you very much. This is the gateway to spirituality. As you know, we always do this, the gateway to spirituality. We've said this more than once, that we're going to have a group for that particular spiritual teaching, and we'll put people on it, and we'll be giving basic tips of spirituality so that we can practice certain things. This particular one, the gateway to spirituality, we've discussed the emotions. The emotions was the last part, the remaining part of the emotional memory is what we discussed in the previous video. Today we are leaving you with the other aspects of the gateway to spirituality. There is no way that you can have a proper gateway to spirituality or a proper spiritual exercise without having a good understanding of your body, because it is the body that you use as a stepping stone to spirituality. Now, there are so many things that nourishes the body. There are so many things that keeps the body going. There are so many things that makes the body healthy and all that. When the body is in a good manner, when the body is in a good shape, then the being inside, the energy inside the body will also be in a good manner. And when we say the body is in a good shape, we are not talking about maybe you muscles, gathering so many muscles, or going to gym and raising all those. That's not what we are talking about. We are not saying it's bad, no. But when we say the body should be in a good shape, we are not saying that. It's not what we are referring to. We are not referring to muscles and going to gym and lifting metals. And yeah, no na yeka. Yeka no yeka say body no benya good shape. And yeah no na yeka na we oba na yeka say body no nya good shape. Na eh what say yeka say uko shisha to. And yeah no, that's not what we are talking about. We are talking about fit. The body should be very fit. The body should be okay. That is what we are talking about. When you have that, and this idea is an ancient one actually, where you are there munama SCP munama ewa pomuden and one and bibia ekoye. So the body is always, the physical body or the physical dimension of you is always the gateway to spirituality. One of the things that keeps our body fit, one of the things that makes our body well shaped is what we eat. Food that we eat. what we eat, how we eat it, and when we eat it is very, very important. 70% of the causes of our health problem today is coming from food. All the three dimensions of how we eat. What we eat, how we eat, and when we eat it. This is the problem. Food can make the body healthy. This same food can be inimical. This same food can be detrimental. This same food can be dangerous to the body. So eating is very important. How you eat, what you eat, and when you eat it. There are food that when you put them in the body, they slow and retard the movement of your spiritual exercise. And they are food that when you eat them, they keep you moving. That they can ginger you and help your spiritual process. That is why sometimes with people who are in occult, people who are in occult practices, sometimes there are some period of time that they do not take some particular food. You see that they will be on a particular exercise, and you see that they don't take meat, they don't take anything, that though they are not vegans, they are not vegetarians like us, but yet what they do is that they don't take meat to some period of time. They don't take anything that comes out of a living creature, a living functionable creature to some period of time. So they don't take egg, they don't take meat, they don't even take cow milk because it's coming from the living thing. They don't take anything that comes from anything that has spirit. That is when they are on a particular exercise. That is people who practice occultism and other aspect of spirituality, because food is very important. Body reacts to what you eat. Body reacts to what you put inside. In terms of spiritual knowledge and spiritual exercise, food is categorized into three. Food is categorized into three. There is dead food, and the dead food is also divided into two. You have semi-dead food and maybe heavy or major dead food. So dead food, you have living food. Now with this heavy food, the dead food or the heavy dead food, when we talk of dead food, we are talking about anything that is cooked before it can be taken. Adeɛ bi a yɛnoa ansa na yɛdi ɛyɛ dead food. As far as you put it on a fire, you cook it, it becomes dead. It's dead food. Now, heavy dead one is maybe the least. The heaviest one will be our local food, which we know as benku. This cassava corn thing that they put together to prepare it, benku. Benku is one of the dead food and also heavy or major dead food for that matter. Benku does not digest early. So the reaction that the body gives you after taking banku is lethargy. The body becomes lethargic. Now, that is the least that can happen to one when one puts banku or this heavy dead food in the body. The body becomes lethargic. Body. That's why sometimes some people, they will tell you when they eat such distance, they feel sleepy. If not, if say yes, say activity mo no wo and yes that a no be busy day for you na so ubedi sa aduane no na watena se baby fa akode a udi aduane ne sese a na watena fa akode off. You just see that you are sleeping. Off. This is it. It's dead food. No. That's what we know as dead food. That is lethargy. Lethargy. My body near lethargic. Near tosu menu heavy food fufu. Now banku is more heavier than fufu because banku stays longer than fufu. Because so what it means is that banku is easily digested. Banku is not easily digested. Banku in digesting them. Fufu digesting in temesi banku. So all this food is very important. We should know how and when we eat it. In terms of diet, these dietitians and nutritionists and all that, they will tell you need to eat early and all that. You see, it's very important. Eating this heavy food, dead heavy food, before going to bed, less than 2 hours, less than 3 hours, is very, very inimical. It's very, very dangerous to the body. It doesn't digest it because the activities of the digestive system slows down when one is at sleep. Or the activity is slow down. So this is the point. So our food, you can't be spiritualist and you want to eat anyhow, you want to eat everything at any time. No. Who did it anyhow? Who did it anytime? Who did it? Who did it? No. So let us understand this. Don't just put things inside you like that. So these the heavy ones. Banku, fufu, dessert, which is tuozafi, is one of them, but very light. But all these ones are dead ones. And rice, wache, jollof, all these ones are all dead food because they are cooked before they are being taken. These are dead food. Now, because they are dead food, when you put them inside and your energy is not to a particular level, when you put them inside, you become dead as well. They kill you, you go off. That's why when you eat banku or this heavy fufu thing and it's not, you are not active, you are not doing anything, you don't have a busy schedule. You just sit down before you realize you are going off like that because you've put in a dead food inside you and you definitely die. This is it. So the other dead food are also there which are not heavy. When you manage them properly in terms of chewing them and all that, you chew them properly, it is good. So that is the thing. Now we move to the living ones. The living ones, or the living food. The living food are all those that we eat them without being cooked. Those that you don't cook them before you eat them. So fruit, vegetables, all these ones are living food. They are all living ones. you take them inside you as they are alive. So all the fruit we take, they are living ones. But then the issue is, in terms of taking the fruit too, there are some of the fruit which are not African oriented, or they are not inclined to this part of our world. That one is also something that we should be careful, we should take care of, we should pay attention to it. Something like apple like this, in as much as it's fruit and it's a living thing, it's a living food, you eat it raw, you eat it alive, but then you should be careful. You're supposed not to be eating on empty stomach if one is not ready to eat food any moment after the apple. So we're supposed not to go to the empty stomach. These are some of the food we should know, some of the things we should understand. So all the fruit and vegetables, all these things are live ones, unless the vegetables that you use to put in stew, when you cook them in the stew, you make them dead, but yet they are okay. The problem is that they go with the oil and all that. That is another thing. So they are living ones. They are the living food. So what we eat is very important. Again, another problem is meat. Meat is another thing. Meat is another thing. This is serious. We are not really meant to eat meat, actually. We are not meant to eat meat. We eat it, yes, but as humans, we are not meant to eat meat. To some point, it's a cruelty. We are being cruel. Yeah. Just killing them and chewing them like that, Just killing them, chewing them, killing them, chewing them like that. The day, assuming cows also came together and say, fine, now we will also start to eat any person who eats us. What do you think will happen? Let's see, all the cows in the world, all the cows in the world. Now, we are saying, say yes, Ceciano, you bet your own, so we and yen so ya decided say, or be all we and piano, you very. There are other animals which are smarter than us, that they can also eat us, assuming they had the chance and they had the power to eat us. How are we going to feel? So when then what? Honestly, we are saying this because some people sometimes when they call us, they talk, I want to start the spirituality, I want to start the exercise, I want to what to do and all that, and we tell them we'll get in touch with them and we'll help them out and all that. And this is some of the things. You check your diet, you check your food. Spirituality is not anything. Spirituality is not magic. Spirituality is not walking in the air. Spirituality is not maybe you have 4 eyes, or you're gonna have 4 ears, or you're gonna have hands, or no, like you'll be doing magic and all over that. No, that's not spirituality. Spirituality means that you have put your inner being into use. Now, to put your inner being into use, you need to free your inner being from the shackles, from the chains that holds your inner being. And one of the things that holds the inner being, one of the things that incapacitate the inner being is the food we eat. More especially meat, lamb. Sometimes the way we even eat it, our eating aspect is not good, especially when I think anybody that has dining table in their houses are putting poisons in their stomachs, because you have this dining table, you are eating rice, jollof rice, and you have some drinks chilled. The drink is chilled. The jollof rice is prepared, it's even prepared with stew, with meat. The drink is chilled, which has sugar. Two different things in the stomach. The most dangerous thing, the most deadly thing one can do in terms of eating is two things. One, putting two different things in the stomach at a go. So, a sugar drink, carbohydrate drink with rice, any form of rice, jollof rice, plain rice, wachi, and drinking carbohydrates. Very, very detrimental. That's why we have so many chronic diseases. Sometimes when you are doing this thing, you don't see the danger right now. It is when one is approaching 60 years. That is where you start to sense the danger. So many things will start to happen in the body, because the body is not functioning well. The body is made up in such a way that it can heal itself. There are so many things we can show you how to do, and you get rid of all your chronic diseases. But hey, we are not listening. So this is it. Meat, we are not meant to eat them, especially the mammals. So if you want to eat something, then you rather eat something that is far away from you, that is not that closer to you, that is not sharing your environment. That is the best. And so this is one of the ways of spirituality, to keep the body so that you can open the inner being. You should go in for fish rather. But if you can't, then you should know how to manage the other things you eat, the other meat, other animals, the mammals you eat, the bird and all that. You should manage them. If not, it's not gonna help. So what we eat, how we eat is and also when we eat is very important. Another aspect of eating that we want to talk about is that if you are 30 years and above, try to eat twice a day. This is free of charge. This is serious health tip which we are giving free of charge. If you are 30 years and above, eat twice a day. Eat twice a day. Don't go more than twice a day. If you are 30 years and above, eat twice a day. We are 30 years. Didi nupe daba twice a day. Now this is the timing: 10 in the morning and 7 in the evening. Now 7, 10 anopa, and 7 enumere. But 7 no se eduane a obedi ni eduane emu odua ana se ye banku ana fufu ana to za fe ni nasefo a ndie misre earlier before 7. But the idea, the reason why ya SSA eduane a obedi as we are 2 or 10 years and above, SSA we did twice a day in the say, and anti obedi from 10 na ansana 7 now I said you and say this is the whole thing. There shouldn't be leftover of a previous meal. Answer now the fufuratu. I said before odi eduane fufuro bi be eduane fufuro be ko mu. Ese se ne a odi kan di ye ne nyina emfi mu nko. and digesting way, and any other one will come in. This is the secret. This is one of the secrets. There are other things concerning the way our body function. No. So check your diet and all those things. So if you are 30 years and above, eat twice a day. Eat 10 in the morning and 7 in the evening. But if it is heavy, dead heavy food, it should be earlier than that. So this is when you do this, you will see that the chains will start to lose themselves within. The body will not be rigid. The body will not be lethargic. So that is where the inner being will start to function. People eat anytime. People eat anyhow. People eat everything at any time. I can't afford it anyhow. No, you don't do that. If you really want to get there, if you really want to see that your energy, the energy inside you is functioning, you don't eat like that. Now, water is another thing very important. We are serving almost 70% water, but don't drink water if you are not thirsty. You know, people advise drink plenty water, drink a lot of water, yes, but please do not drink water if you are not thirsty. Yes. Let the body call for it and you give it to the body. If the body is not calling for it and you give it to the body don't need it. It will turn into something else. You accumulate pot belly. Remember we have and we are one of the issue. Do not drink water if you are not thirsty. That is it. So there is this thing you should also know. At least when you wake up in the morning, early in the morning, you need to sip. For that one in the morning, you need to sip a little water before you can speak to any other person. Very important. Sip a little water before you can talk to any other person. Especially when you are a fan of receiving calls in the morning. The first thing that wakes you up is a phone call. It's a trouble. It's something that is not that good. But when you are a fan of that, because of maybe your job makes you someone that receive calls plenty. So the first thing that wakes you up is phone call. Please stop receiving calls without sipping water. Whatever you want to do, whatever prayers you have, whatever you have, you want to do in the morning, make sure you do it quietly. Don't give it life. When you give the life out, the life will die. Keep it within. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and let whatever you want to have run through the body and run through the mind. That is how spirituality starts. So let us check our diet. Let us also manage how we eat, and it's going to help us. These are some of the tips. The next time we'll come on your way again with some of them. Until we meet again, I'm saying to you, spirituality is not magic. Spirituality is not you performing magic, miracle, and all that. No. That's not what spirituality means. Spirituality means the inner being, the self, the main self that is trapped in this container is functioning, and functioning well for that matter. That is spirituality. But if you want to do some miracles, magics, jump here, work on this, work on electric wires and whatever, charm things, that one is there. It's a different science altogether. That one is there. It's occultic knowledge and all that. It is there. It is there. It can also be a fraternity or spirituality, but that's not spirituality. That's not spirituality. So, this is what we have for you today concerning the gateway of spirituality. Listen and listen good. You are what you eat. So, check your diet and eat well, because what you eat makes you up. What we eat goes beyond what we think, because even the children we give birth to, what we eat has impact on them. There are things that they can show you that when your wife is pregnant or before even the pregnancy, the type of child you want to have, that they will put you on some kind of diet and you will give birth to an amazing child. So you are what you eat, so eat it well and take care of yourself. Until we meet again, I say to you, stay blessed, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.